Thank you. Thank you for the invitation, for the opportunity to be here today in this beautiful Madrid, to think about the future, freedom, security, Christian values, and change. I am here as an Italian citizen who firmly believes in a different Europe, a Europe of peoples, nations, and identities. Today we live in a crucial historical moment. The world is changing rapidly and going in the direction that many of us since 2014 had traced. 2014 went together with a few visionaries we created, not without difficulty, the first nucleus of patriots. Europe, the victim of the incompetence of those who have governed it in recent years, today finds itself in extreme difficulty facing challenges such as the energy crisis, inflation, wars, uncontrolled immigration, and economic decline. Yet, instead of acting concretely, the European institutions, primarily the Commission led by Ursula von der Leyen, how many times in these years, in the face of crisis, have you heard the refrain, "It takes more Europe"? How many times, in the face of the failure of this most Europe, we have heard that it did not work, Brule? Well, friends, it's time to say enough of this mockery. It is time to say enough who wants to take away our freedom to decide what to eat, what car to drive, what to do in our home. The time has come to express our opinions freely. It is time to stop funding supranational bodies, I think the World Health Organization, that defend the interests of multinationals and not citizens. It is time to question realities, such as the International Criminal Court, that put Islamic Hamas terrorists on the same footing as a democratically elected prime minister like Bibi Netanyahu. Over the years we have been given fascists, Nazis, racists. They have changed the rules of the game to erase us. But we are still here stronger than ever. And do you know why? Because we never gave up. Because we have stood firm in our principles, firm in our convictions, united in the face of any adversity. We were right about everything. They had to prove us right about everything. On immigration, on security, on freedom of speech, on Green Deal, on propaganda ALK. We were the first and often the only ones to defend the citizens. A few days ago, we read a letter from Ursula von der Leyen. They have admitted that their policies have failed. They have recognized that austerity, that ideological Green Deal, the wrong choices on energy have created enormous damage. But then, with incredible nerve, they propose themselves as the ones that will fix things. But sorry if you got it all wrong, why should we still trust you? If farmers across Europe are suffering and have taken to the streets, the fault is not Trump's tariffs, which are not there yet, but the bans and taxes imposed by Brule. If thousands of workers in the automobile industry these days are losing their jobs, the fault is not Trump's tariffs, which are not yet there, but the economic, industrial, and environmental suicide imposed by Brule. Patriots, we must make these follies and save European jobs. We need a democratic revolution. Change is needed. We patriots are here for this, to propose a new model of Europe, a pact between free nations, a community of states, that decides together on a few important things while respecting their own sovereignty. And this change looks overseas, to the United States, where Trump in a few days has shown that this common-sense revolution is possible. With the America First policy, he gave a voice to millions of citizens who felt abandoned by the elites. Trump launched the change. Security, defensive borders, national primacy, less taxes, less bureaucracy, protection of labor, and purchasing power. And these must be the forerunners of our European revolution that we are launching here today. We must put our citizens, our businesses, and our sovereignty at the center. It is not the European Union that legitimizes the states, but it is the states that legitimizes, not the European Union, which otherwise would not exist. Europe is not the cage they built in Bruhl. Europe is freedom. The burqa is not Europe. Gender is not Europe. Islamic terror and violence are not Europe. This 2025 will be a crucial year for our future. First of all, I wish the Austrian friends Herbert Kickl and Harald Wilinski good luck and good work, the only ones who can guide the Austrian people towards a future of prosperity and a secure life. Good luck, am free. Germany will vote in February. And this is a historic opportunity to change things. The engine of Europe that stopped in the face of the most disastrous post-war government. A lethal idea of the left and Greens that led Germany to decline, and with her the entire European Union. And just think that yesterday Scholz, that genius of Scholz, instead of worrying about saving the factories that shut down, called for the sending of NATO troops to defend Greenland. I hope that the German voters with the vote on the 23rd of February will please him and give him a one-way ticket to go to defend Greenland. In May, poor Greenland. In May, there will be the presidential elections in Romania, where a few months ago, we witnessed a shameful abuse perpetrated by those who today in the European Union profess to be the defenders of democracy. Elections cancelled at open polls because the mainstream candidates had lost everyone. A disaster that takes us back 40 years to the dark years of communism. The main event will be in the Czech Republic. The elections in the Czech Republic that I hope will bring our friend and ally back to power. Italy, the Netherlands, Austria, Hungary, soon Czech Republic, with a view to the 2027, where we wait Marine Le Pen at the helm of France. We are destined to govern, we are destined to be protagonists of the rebirth of this continent. We support patriotic forces in Germany, Europe, and around the world. Let us work with them to build a different, more just and more prosperous future. We must join forces without prejudice, without unnecessary divisions. The European patriots have a duty to present themselves compact with a clear and shared project. Less Europe, more freedom. Less Europe, more freedom. We must make the same appeal in the name of collaboration and change to the friends of the European People's Party. You must finally choose. We ask you for the vision and the courage to stop collaborating with the socialists and the left in Bruhl.
Di collaborare coi socialisti e con la sinistra a Bruxelles e in troppi paesi europei.
In Spain, Austria, Germany, and other countries, the popular must choose between a disastrous past and a future of change. The popular must choose between Soros' past and Elon Musk's future. We have chosen. I'm going to close. One of the most important issues to focus on is precisely the defense of freedom of opinion and speech. It is incredible that in 2025 we still have to fight for such a fundamental right. But what is happening in Europe is alarming. With the latest news that speak of tens of millions of euros of hidden funding to newspapers, television, and NGOs, that then give us lessons in democracy in Madrid, Brule. Let these gentlemen be ashamed. Let them return all the money they have pocketed to censor, hide, and erase the truth. Freedom of speech is sacred, and we will defend it with all our might. A final central theme for us is peace. We want a Europe that is a bridge to peace, not a battlefield. We want a Europe that dialogues with everyone, that seeks solutions, that does not bow to the diktats of those who only want to sell weapons and fuel new wars for economic interest. Peace is a non-negotiable value. Dear friends, the time is now, and we can no longer wait. Europe is experiencing a deep crisis, and only we patriots for Europe have the courage and vision to change things. We have a duty to join forces and to work together to build a credible alternative to this failed Europe. 2025 will be the year of the turning point. It will be the year of the reconquest. It will be the year in which the patriots show that they are ready to govern and have a clear plan. It will be the year in which we will return sovereignty to the nation-states, in which we will defend freedom of speech, in which we will fight for peace, for a more just Europe, in which we will make Europe greater still. We, you, are the change, not others. We are the future, and together we will win. Viva and Spain, viva Italy, and viva the European patriots. Thank you, and again thank you all.